Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
So let's go to the phone lines where we have Dustin in Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's going on, Dustin?
Hi, how's it going?
Good.
Well, I this past year, 2023 was my first full year of owning a house, and I had always heard people who own houses don't really get a tax return back. So I went to do my taxes, and sure enough, he said I was going to get like $100 back, and their fee is like just over $300. So he recommended I take some money out of my 401k from 2023 and put it in an IRA. And he said if I put like $4,000, I would probably get like at least a $700 or $800 return on my taxes rather than a $100 return.
This guy's fired.
I wanted to
instantly. Keep talking.
Really?
So
keep talking.
What I
but
understand is you're going to get a $100 refund right now.
Yeah, like 100 and
And
something.
their fee to work with the tax pro is $300, and you don't have the $200 to cover it. Is that the problem?
I was gonna put it on my credit card, and he said, "Well, if you want, you could do this, and it would cover our fee, and you would get, some money back."
He suggested a 401k loan.
Is he saying to withdraw the money from the 401k, or is he saying do a transfer from an old 401k, do a direct rollover? What exactly was he saying to do?
If I understood right, he wanted me to roll over like $4,000 from my 401k from
Is this an old employer?
From my earnings from 2023. No, I'm still working with this employer.
Well, okay. You're not going to be able to do a rollover unless you leave that employer.
Oh, okay.
So what he's saying to do, it sounds like he's saying to withdraw money from the 401k.
He wants him to withdraw it to pay.
Yeah,
which
to
will cause you to
and
pay
put
like
it in an
35%
IRA.
penalties and taxes in order to do that.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Listen.
I don't trust this tax guy. First of all, he's missing a few brain cells.
Here's the thing.
Telling you to do this so that you can cover the $200, $300 fee you owe
George,
him?
we can't. We're expending way too many mental calories trying to understand that this tax guy is whack. Here's the thing. Here's at the core of this. You're getting $100 back. That's great. That means you didn't overpay taxes. And, you have to pay them for their services. So I think right now you've just got to break your mind for a moment because what's happening is normal. Like, I don't pay that much in taxes and I have to pay my tax guy. Like that right there is actually normal. What should happen is what I should say. What's normal is people get back $8,000 and they don't even feel that they paid their tax professional because they're getting back these exorbitant amounts and they're thinking that they won the lottery and that their tax guy did something wonderful for them when really all they did was just loan the government money all year long and didn't even collect any interest on it. And so I kind of want to reframe your brain there and just go, listen, it's great. You didn't get a tax refund back. That just means you didn't overpay the government. You had access to all of your money all year long, which is a good thing. And now you got to pay these guys for their services. No harm, no foul. Like that's the way it should be.
So when do you have to make this payment?
Well, we were doing my taxes this past weekend, and he just put it on hold. Until I looked into. He told me to look into the IRA and to see if I could take money out of my 401k. But then I heard about you guys. I've never really listened to the show, but I heard about you guys, so I thought I'd call and ask.
I'm so glad you did, Dustin. Truly. So here's the deal. I'm going to go. How much can I work? What can I sell in order to make $300 to pay this guy's tax fee? But then I'm done with him.
And we're not taking out 401k loans to pay our tax guy for our income tax return.
Okay. And I don't know if I can ask too. I've always wondered about like a Roth IRA. Should I just stick with my 401ks or should I consider moving to like a Roth?
Do you have any debt?
Just the house.
Just your mortgage payment?
No credit card debt, no car payment?
Well, I have a little bit of credit card debt, like $600, but
that's debt.
I travel for work, so I use my credit card like to eat. And
I travel for work. I use my debit card.
Yeah.
And that way I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
go into debt.
Mm-hmm. And if they're causing you to go into debt, they need to provide you a company card for that. But do
Well,
not put company expenses on a credit card, because if something happens, you're on the hook. If they fire you or whatever and they're like, we don't even know what you're talking about, that's not an expense anymore, you're on the hook for that bill, dude.
Well, to be honest, I do the credit card because I can't really afford to put anything on my debit card. Like I literally
Then they
have
need to
like,
provide you some petty cash or some funds in order to do those things. But you should not be going into debt on a monthly basis to fund purchases for your job. Like, hard line.
but even if like they pay me back the very next week.
Because you're in debt. You're in debt. Your name is on the line until they decide to
Yeah.
pay you back. Because what happens if you do something and you're like, listen, I thought that was an expense.
And you're paying 25% interest on this balance in the meantime.
Yeah.
So, Dustin, the real question is, why don't you have any margin even though you don't have much debt?
Right. If $300 is an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Like, how much do you make?
Well, after my taxes and my insurance, I get like $1,500 every 2 weeks.
Okay, so $3,000 a month. Are you doing any investing right now into that 401k?
Well, yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know exactly how much it is, but it's just whatever my job put forward.
Well, it's about to be 0% because right now you need $1,000 in a starter emergency fund because you're going to keep going back into credit card debt if we don't solve this. So pause investing down to 0 right now. Go get some side jobs, start selling stuff, pay the $300 to your tax guy, save up $1,000 in the emergency fund, and then let's get rid of this credit card debt, and then we can get back to investing.
Hey, how much is your mortgage
So
every month?
my mortgage actually went up this year because they underestimated my taxes for last year. So it went up to just under $2,000.
That's the problem.
Goodness gracious.
There's your problem, bud. Your problem.
2/3 of your money is going into this home.
Yeah. The rule of thumb here is we don't want your mortgage to be any more than 25% of your take-home pay after taxes. And you are well above that. And that's why you're feeling the heat. That's why you don't have any money saved. That's why it's hard to pay this $300 tax bill. And your brain even considered the idea of getting a 401k loan for it. We've got to get this ship righted.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.